They told me I wasn't strong enough. They laughed when I fell. They doubted when I tried. They whispered behind my back that I would never rise, that I was destined to remain broken. And for a while, I believed them. For a while, I carried the weight of weakness. I carried the chains of fear. I carried the voice inside me that said I was not good enough. But today, I stand before the world with a fire in my soul and strength in my voice. And I declare, with every ounce of my being, I am not weak anymore. I am not the person who gave up too soon. I am not the person who cried in silence and accepted defeat. I am not the person who let fear control my destiny. Because weakness was never permanent. It was a season, a teacher, a storm that prepared me for the strength I now carry. And every scar on my heart is proof that I survived. Every failure in my past is proof that I learned. Every sleepless night I endured is proof that I fought, and every tear I shed has turned into fuel for my fire. Because weakness did not break me, it built me. Weakness did not destroy me, it transformed me. Weakness did not end me, it awakened me. And that is why I no longer see weakness as a curse, but as a gift. Because it showed me what I never want to be again. It gave me the hunger to rise. It gave me the determination to fight. It gave me the courage to say enough is enough. And that is why today, when I look in the mirror, I no longer see the fragile version of myself. I see a warrior. I see a survivor. I see someone who walked through the fire and refused to burn. Someone who was knocked down but refused to stay down. Someone who turned pain into strength and struggle into power. And this strength is not just physical. It is mental. It is emotional. It is spiritual. It is the strength to keep going when everything says stop. It is the strength to believe when the world says doubt. It is the strength to fight when your body says quit. It is the strength to rise when life tries to bury you. And I want you to feel this truth. I want you to understand that you too are not weak anymore, because weakness is not your identity. It is only a chapter. It is only a stage. And once you decide to rise, once you decide to fight, once you decide to believe, weakness begins to fade and strength begins to grow. Because strength is not given, it is earned, it is built, it is forged in the fire of adversity. And every hardship you face, every obstacle you climb, every challenge you overcome, adds another layer to your strength. Until one day you look back and realize the things that once broke you no longer have power over you. The chains that once held you now lie shattered at your feet. And the fears that once haunted you now bow to your courage. And that is the day you declare with pride, with certainty, with unshakable conviction, I am not weak anymore. Because strength is not about never falling. It is about rising every time you fall. It is not about never breaking. It is about rebuilding stronger every time you shatter. It is not about never crying. It is about drying your tears and walking forward anyway. And it is not about never doubting. It is about believing one more time than you doubted. And when you live this way, weakness becomes impossible to hold on to, because you transform it into strength. You transform it into power. You transform it into growth. And that is what life is about. Not avoiding pain, but using it. Not running from failure, but learning from it. Not fearing struggle, but embracing it. Because struggle makes you strong, pain makes you powerful, and weakness makes you wise, and the person you are becoming is far greater than the person you once were. So say it loudly, say it proudly, let it echo in your heart and your mind. I am not weak anymore, and I never will be again. Because now I know what true strength feels like. It is not about showing muscles. It is not about pretending to be fearless. It is about carrying the weight of your past and still moving forward. It is about hearing the voices of doubt and still choosing faith. It is about being hurt and still choosing love. It is about being afraid and still taking action. And that kind of strength cannot be taken away. It cannot be faked. It cannot be bought. It must be lived. It must be earned. It must be built, brick by brick, in the quiet moments where no one is watching, in the battles you fight in silence, in the nights you cry yourself to sleep, but still wake up ready to try again. And it is in those moments that strength grows, silently, invisibly, until one day it roars through you, and the world finally sees what you became. And that is why I am not weak anymore. Because weakness taught me persistence. Weakness taught me patience. Weakness taught me how to rise when everything around me screamed fall. And now I carry a mindset that nothing can break. Because I no longer ask, why me? I ask, try me. I no longer say, I can't. I say, watch me. I no longer see obstacles as walls. I see them as doors. Doors that only open to those who are brave enough to keep pushing. And I push, I fight, I climb, I endure. Because weakness once made me doubt, but strength now makes me unstoppable. And I know you have that same power inside you. Because strength is not reserved for the chosen few. It is hidden in every human heart, waiting to be unlocked. And the key is simple. Never quit. Never surrender. Never let the darkness convince you that the light has died. Because your light is still burning. Your strength is still rising. Your future is still waiting. And every step you take away from weakness is a step toward greatness. And greatness is not about being better than others. It is about being stronger than your old self. It is about looking back and saying, I survived what was meant to destroy me. I grew from what was meant to break me. I rose from what was meant to bury me. And when you can say that, you become a force that no storm can drown. No failure can stop. No enemy can defeat. Because you know in your soul, I am not weak anymore. And the world cannot take that away from me, no matter what it throws, no matter what it demands, no matter how heavy the burden. I will carry it. I will rise with it. I will transform it, because strength is now my identity. Resilience is now my nature, and victory is now my destiny. Because when I look back now, I see that every scar is not a sign of weakness, but a medal of strength. Every mistake is not a mark of failure, but a lesson of growth. Every heartbreak is not the end of love, but the beginning of resilience. And every dark night was only preparing me to shine brighter in the morning. And this is why I carry no shame for the times I was weak. Because those moments created the foundation of who I am today. Those moments forced me to dig deeper. Those moments forced me to find strength I never knew existed. And now, when life tries to push me down, I don't break, I don't bend, I don't run, I rise higher, I fight harder, I push further, because I know my worth, I know my strength, I know my resilience, and I know that weakness no longer controls me. I control my destiny, I control my choices, I control my path, and that is why I will never go back to the fragile version of me, the one who doubted, the one who feared, the one who gave up too easily, because that version of me is gone forever, buried in the ashes of my past, and in its place stands someone new, someone unshakable, someone unbreakable, someone unstoppable, and that someone is me. And I want you to understand that you too have this power, you too have this strength, you too have this warrior inside you, waiting to roar, waiting to rise, waiting to prove to the world and to yourself that you are not weak anymore. Because weakness was only the beginning of your story, but strength will be the legacy you leave behind. And every single day from this moment forward, you have the chance to prove it. With every choice you make, with every step you take, with every challenge you embrace, with every battle you win, you are writing the truth that will echo in your soul forever. I am not weak anymore. I am strong. I am powerful. I am limitless. And nothing in this world, can take that away from me. And even now, as I speak these words, I feel the power of my own transformation growing stronger. Because strength is not something you reach once and then forget. It is something you nurture every single day. It is a choice. It is a lifestyle. It is a declaration. You must repeat with your actions again and again. And that is why I remind myself daily that I am not weak anymore. Because life will still test me. Storms will still come. Doubts will still whisper. But every time they appear, I will rise taller. I will stand firmer. I will fight louder. Because I refuse to return to that cage of fear and fragility. I refuse to allow weakness to reclaim me. I refuse to bow to the lies that once chained me. Because I have tasted strength. I have felt power. I have lived resilience. And I will never surrender it. And when people ask how I became this way, how I built this unshakable fire, I will tell them the truth, that I was once broken. I was once fragile. I was once unsure of myself. But I made a decision. I chose to stop being weak. I chose to fight back. I chose to rebuild. I chose to never let pain define me again. And that choice changed everything. Because no matter where you start, no matter how low you fall, no matter how heavy the burden, you always have the power to decide. You always have the power to rise. You always have the power to say, "This ends here." Weakness will not win. I am stronger than this. And that single choice is what separates those who remain trapped from those who break free. Those who stay broken from those who rise unbreakable. And I made that choice, and because of it, my life will never be the same. My future will never be the same.